While I was meditating before I start this reading, Spirit shared with me that dirty little secrets shattered me, and you're the one that got away. So I want to see what Spirit has for us, messages from your no contact, the person that you may be thinking of today. I do have some charms and some initials for you for some additional messages. Let's see what Spirit wants to share with you, everybody. What are these dirty little secrets? What happened? Spirit, please share with me messages of love for whoever has found this reading. Very grateful you've been guided here today. I want to make you feel safe with me again. I want to hold you in my arms. Do you feel safe? Do you trust me? Am I still your number one? Do you still think of me? Do you still put me first? Choosing you feels so right. I feel like somebody is definitely feeling the consequences of the mistakes. The Spirit just said they got caught. They got caught. So what is that? Did they break the rules? A lot of times no contacts is all about somebody broke the rules. Somebody didn't, grass was greener on the other side. And they realize it wasn't. And then they're all of a sudden apologetic. It didn't mean anything. Sorry, I hurt you. They broke the rules. I wonder where you are right now. I do feel like that's a pretty strong energy, that there's a lot of feelings around who are you with, what are you doing, and where are you? Because they don't like, and even the card is dark. I don't like being left in the dark. I don't like not knowing. So I feel that they are really, really struggling with, they can't keep tabs on you, they just said. And that could be something that you were really open with. You always let them know where you were, who you were with, where you were going, out of kind of courtesy and respect. But it is a feeling of left in the dark. I will say that. I feel like that's probably what's hurting them the most, that they don't know what's going on with you. They don't know who you're with. They don't know who you're talking to. It's driving them crazy. It's driving them nuts with jealousy. Spirit, please share with me. I want to believe that this is real. I want to believe that what we had was real. I want you to remember, Spirit said, that what we had was real. Okay, so you could be second guessing it. Like, was that even real? I mean, what they said, what they did, they gave me promises. Yeah, Spirit saying, of course it was real. It's just that there's, somewhere in the mix here, there's some hurt and there's some secrets, and these secrets were hidden. And I'm a big believer of the truth always comes out. So, eventually you find out. I've always felt love for you. I don't feel like we stop loving somebody that easily. I really feel like you don't just turn a switch and stop loving somebody. You don't just decide this is over one day and then you no longer have feelings for somebody. I mean, it's impossible. We carry these feelings with us for years. So you've got somebody who feels like they've been left in the dark, even if they put themselves there. Hey, I'm not, somebody has consequences, then I'm not saying, hey, this is a free for all. They could have put themselves there, but they're realizing that they no longer have the opportunity in life to know how you're doing or what's going on in your life or where you've been or who you've been with, they're not entitled to that anymore. And maybe they're really having a hard time with that. Like, that's something that they didn't realize. Like, the unknown to them is scarier than the knowing. It's who are you with? How long are you with? What are your feelings, if you're with that person? So it's the unknown is what's killing them. The distance, Spirit's saying, is killing them, the distance between you. There's so much I need to say to you. I do always feel that way. And it's not even like big things. Sometimes it's just I miss the everyday things. Like I feel like we're missing so much on each other's lives, like what happened to me today at work energy. So it's just so hard. It really is. The no contact energy is a really difficult place to be, even if the person deserves it, so to speak. They deserve to be in no contact. They deserve to have been blocked. They deserve to have been pushed away, depending on what has happened. But it's still hard. I don't care what you say. Spirit, please share with me. Smelling the roses. Take some time, okay? For those of you that, you feel like your whole world is just turned upside down, right? You are struggling with, I can't breathe at times. So take some time for you. That's what a no contact is all about. A no contact is a healing. It's not about waiting for the other person to figure out that they just lost the best thing that has ever happened to them, and you're the one that got away. It's for you to heal. It's for you to find yourself again, Spirit just said, and for you to decide what is best for you. So that's the hard part. You're so like mixed emotions and kind of, I don't know what to do, that you forget that it's about you. I'm bitter. I'm angry. It's like putting salt in a wound. Every time I think about it, I just feel like I'm hurting all over again. And there are certain hurts that are really hard to forgive. And that's only up to you. You can decide to forgive and forget and move on and work through things and heal, or you can decide that what's best for you is that you need to move on because you'll never trust them again. So that is really where the healing begins, Spirit just said. I have legal. Is it enough to cause a divorce, a separation? We were talking about a marriage and now the marriage is off the table. Are we fighting about other legal issues, money, possessions, cars, housing? So is there an legal issue now? You stole from me. I have wishful thinking. Do I really want this back? Is it good for me, or is it just wishful thinking? And that's something that you need to answer. But the person on the other side is how I felt your person is feeling was more of a, what have I done? And now I have no control over this connection. Now I don't know what you're thinking. Now I don't know what's going to happen next. And Spirit just said they put themselves in that position. So it is a sense of, I don't know, consequences for their actions. And people, guess what? The truth comes out and there are consequences. And sometimes we just aren't going to tolerate certain behaviors, values, morals, trust. We're just not going to allow it in our lives. Let's get some initials. This may be a confirmation for some of you that this is your person or you. First initials, last initials. Keep that in mind. I have an I. Don't worry if you don't see your person's initials. I have a G, K, D, X, C, Q, D, F, U. Whoops, I'm not going to put those together because that sounded like FU. I have a U. I have an R. I have an L. And some of you might be thinking that. I have an R. I have an L. I have a C. I have an N. One more, please, Spirit. And I have another N. Okay. So some of you may be connecting to that. You may feel that that is definitely your person. This reading is for you. Let's see what else they want to share with you. Left in the dark. They don't like that they can't keep tabs on you. So I wonder how you feel about that, because, you know, when somebody walks away or they ask for a separation, somehow they feel like they're still entitled to know what's going on in your life. Somehow they feel like you're not supposed to move on, or you're supposed to just wait around until they decide this is what they really want. You know, this was just a separation. And you're like, you asked for this. You know, it's kind of odd that they don't want to be in the connection, but they don't want to know that you're going to move on, if that makes sense. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 10 of Pentacles. I have a 2 of Pentacles. I have a King of Cups. And I have a Page of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles came into me as a choice. It was a juggling 2 people. It was I have feelings for 2 people. And I don't care who you are. We all want to be first. Do we have the capacity in our lifetime to care for more than one person? We do, but we live in a society that says it's not appropriate. It's not right. It hurts somebody. So there's this unbelievable choice. And I mean, I probably would put somebody on hold too and say, I'm not going to be second. I'm not going to be a choice. I'm not an option. So decide. If you don't decide and you don't choose me exclusively, then there isn't a happily ever after in this feeling of security. I don't care how wild you are about me. I'm not going to be an option for what's convenient for you because you have feelings for somebody else. And I'm supposed to allow you to figure out your feelings or give you the time to decide who you want to be with. No, go out there and do whatever you have to do. And I'm going to move on with my life. And if you decide that you want to be with me, then let me know and I'll see how I feel. But I'm not going to wait around for you, is how I feel. And that's where they don't get it. I feel like this other person is sharing with you, you left me in the dark. You left me here with all these feelings. You left me here with all these, these hard choices. Yeah, I did. Because I need you to choose me and only me. And if that's not enough, then find somebody else. I'm not interested. You deserve more. You deserve to be the only one. You deserve to not be the option. You're Queen of Wands. You could be with anybody. You could. And you're not going to settle. Here on my channels, we don't settle. We don't chase. We have high value. We have a high vibration. We love ourselves first. So you are Queen of Wands, and there's a million people out there in the world. That there's not just one person that is going to love you. So, as much as this person thinks that, you're not going anywhere and you're going to wait around for them and you're heartbroken and they can just do whatever they want, I would call their bluff. I mean, I just feel like they have no clue how strong you are. I really would call their bluff because they don't like that they don't know what you're doing. They don't like that they don't know who you're talking to or who you're seeing or if you're seeing somebody or if you're sleeping with somebody. It's driving them crazy. Spirit said they should have thought of that. I have a hermit. They're feeling alone. That just came into me as not only did you push them away, but the option, the second choice, is pushing them away as well. So at the end of the day, this person's going to end up with nothing. They're going to go from choices and options and their heart's desire for many things to nothing and no one. Karma is a bitch. I gotta tell you, you've got somebody that is gonna get their day. Karma is a bitch. Not only are they not going to have you, but they're not going to have the grass is greener on the other side. That person's going to wake up too. That person's going to say, I'm not an option. I won't be the other one. So this person thinks that you're both fighting over them when both of you, and you might not even know who this other person is. I'm assuming you don't. You might know of them. You might know there's somebody. But both of you have much more value collectively than this person has in their little finger, you know? So it's just this kind of karma's a bitch. Thank you, Spirit. You know, sometimes you can't play with fire and expect not to get burned. And that's what's happening here. I have a son, a new beginning. Now, maybe this person has a wake-up call, and maybe this person realizes that you're the one that got away and they were wrong, and there's forgiveness, and there's running back home to you energy. But there's also a sun. There's also a choice on your side, is how I feel. Like, you know, Spirit may have another option for you. Spirit may be saying, hey, I want you to see this for what it is. Okay, that somehow, in some way, they thought they had multiple choices, and that it's like going to the grocery store. You know, do I want green apples, red apples, yellow apples? You know, like, they're all apples. Which color apple do I want? Which flavor apple of the day? You know, so you deserve so much more. You do. Nobody should be treated this way, Spirit just said. Unique. You are unique and special, and I've never met anyone like you before. You have opened me up to things that I never knew were possible. I am so strong because of the power of our love. You have opened my heart to the truth, and I'm very grateful for all the lessons that we have both learned. So sometimes people are put into our life to learn a lesson, and then they're taken away because Spirit doesn't want you to hurt anymore, or Spirit wants to prevent you from more hurt, or they want to show that person a lesson. They want to put that person in their place once and for all and say, hey, you can't do this to people. You've hurt this person one too many times. So it's a feeling of, okay, we opened each other's hearts. We were good to each other. I'm sure that you love each other. I'm sure that we have a lot. They told me it was real in the beginning. So it's a feeling of, we're just not going to keep getting away with it. At some point, Spirit puts an end to it. Okay, so for the person out there whose ego is inflated or self-esteem needs to be stroked, guess what? The party's over. Silence. I'm sorry for my silence. I just needed a break, and now I don't know how to reach out to you again. I'm afraid you won't let me back. Maybe you won't. I know it's been a long time since we haven't spoke, but trust me, my love, I've missed you so much during this time, and I'm finding my way back to you. You know, it's interesting what did they say to me before we started? Before I start each reading, I do a meditation, and I ask Spirit I call in what it is that the messages Spirit wants me to share. The cards are my tool to share the messages. So Spirit had shared with me that dirty little secrets are coming out, that you're the one that got away. What else did they tell me? That they made bad choices, that somebody is missing you, that they've been getting mixed signals, thinking that you do want them back, but then if they try to come back, you'd push them away. So there's a lot of kind of unspoken communication. And the silence is an answer. Silence and not communicating is an answer, right? When you say, what does this person want? He's silent. She's silent. So that is a form of communication. It's non-communication. Spirit, what is going on? Whoa, I got jumpers back here. Hold on, let me get this one. I got a twin flame sign. Let me go with these two because they were both pretty much talking to me. So I have mine. I want to take the honoring path towards you. So I am taking responsibility for my situation. First, I am coming forward to tell you how I feel. I know I have what it takes to make you mine. I am ready for our new beginning. Okay, first of all, you're not mine. Okay. You are your own individual. You're strong. You can make your own choices. You're independent. You're worthy. You're deserving. You have high value. So nobody can own you, right? So you can respect the fact that they're coming forward to take responsibility of the situation. Now, I would respect that. Okay. If they come forward and they lie to you and they look you right in the face and say, you don't know what you're talking about, you're making it up, keep walking. Don't talk. I have a twin flame. Look for the signs for our connection. Is this a twin flame connection? As your twin flame, I mirror what you're going through. Notice how we are very similar and share the same vision. There is a connection between us that can't be denied. We have to work on ourselves to be together. Look out for the signs for my love. It is me sending you. I'm sending you signs of my love. So it's a little bit of a, can you feel me? Do you know that I'm missing you? Do you know that I'm thinking about you? Do you know that my not knowing what you're doing every day or not talking to you or not knowing who you're with right now is driving me crazy? And you might know that about them. You might know, they're probably going nuts, right? So you may already know that about them. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need me to know about my person and their bad choices? And their bad choices. They get caught, Spirit said. Karma's a bitch. Who believes in karma? Let me know in the comments. Does karma catch up with us? I always say don't do anything. Okay, there's no such thing as revenge. There's no retaliation. There is no you getting somebody back. You don't do a thing. You take the high road and you say, Spirit, I'm going to let you take care of this situation. And you just sit back and wait. And you watch. And you see how karma comes in and makes a move. It's fascinating, especially when you don't get involved in it. It's even better because when you get involved, it's almost like, like karma didn't have a chance. But if you back away and you let karma play it out, then this person who thinks that they have a choice, who thinks that there's multiple options out there, it's almost as if karma takes everything away from them. Everything that they thought they had or they thought loved them, all of a sudden walks away on them. So they wake up one day and they look around and they say, wow, I went from, a couple of people, begging me to be with them to nothing. false mask. I've been hiding behind a false mask. I've been telling you what I thought you wanted to hear, Spirit just said. I've been sharing with you what I thought you wanted. I haven't been sharing the other side of my life. I haven't been sharing what else is going on when I'm not with you. I haven't been sharing who I'm talking to, or they said dirty little secrets. I've been hiding from you. Not all of you. Now I'm going to say these readings are general, okay? Take with you what connects to you. But for those of you that have gone through the lies and the deception, the love affair, the third party interference, you know what I'm talking about. They think that they're getting away with it, and then they're caught. And then there's this whole other thing that happens where they pretend it didn't happen. They pretend you're making it up. They think that you're the crazy one. You must be having an affair because you're accusing them. So it must be you having the affair, right? So they throw it back on you. So I feel like it just turned into this big kind of escalating thing. And now, how do we even, get back to a sense of normalcy? This soul bond is sacred. Now, if it is a twin flame bond, boy, twin flames go through a lot. Okay, you got a runner that will go out there and try to be with other people and try to experience a relationship with somebody, and then realize they're not happy in that relationship, and then want to come back to their twin, realizing that they have something with you that they don't have with anybody else. So, is this a little bit of an awakening to a twin connection? Could be. It could be somebody, just realizing that there's something more going on here, because why am I obsessing over you? Why am I wondering who you're with? Why does it bother me? Okay, if you really didn't want to be in a relationship with somebody, you wouldn't care that they've moved on. You'd probably be kind of happy for them, because then it's not this sad energy of they're pining over me, or I really ruined their life, or they feel like they'll never be happy again because I don't love them, so they would be happy for you. They would be like, oh, good, they've moved on and everything's going to be okay. And, we both decided that it wasn't going to work. But when one person moves on and the other person didn't want it to happen, it's devastating. Think the impossible and the unexpected. So the impossible is this feeling of being back together. Maybe you're thinking it would be impossible to fix this. Maybe you're thinking that we've been through so much together already. Why would I want to fix this? But there could be a part of you that says, even with all that said and done, I still love this person. And you might be questioning that. Think about family members. Family members can hurt us over and over again, but we never stop loving them. There's certain people that come into our lives that we find it in our hearts to keep trying. We want them in our lives. We want them to be better. We want them to feel better. We want a better relationship with them. And other people look at you and think, what are you doing? But they're not you, and they're not them. So, you're the only one who can decide. Powerless. The power struggle is real. Little bit of a tug of war there with the big rope, that I'm not giving in, you're not giving in. We go back and forth with that big rope, and we pull in one direction and the other one pulls in the other. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle, and relationships shouldn't be difficult, but certainly interference and somebody having options. I mean, how could that not make it difficult? Let's get some charms. Let's see if I get some messages with the charms. And right now I'm feeling like this person is And I don't want to cheer that this person's getting a karma kick in the butt, but I do feel that maybe they were surprised by that. Maybe they weren't, they're surprised that, you know, life caught up with them. Sometimes it happens, right? Let's get a scoop of charms. Let's see what they say. Spirit, please share with me. All right, I'm going to get a nice scoop. Sometimes I get other letters. Let me see. Okay. All right. I got the number 27. Okay, let's get some signs. I have Aries. Okay. What does that say? It says, she believed she could, so she did. So Spirit wants you to believe in yourself first, okay? Definitely don't ever lose sight of that the choice is always yours. Yeah, here it is again. She believed she could. They're giving you double of those. She believed she could, right? She believed in herself so that she could. Okay. I'm going to go with this for a second because I feel like there were promises made. It's a feeling of a baby. It's a feeling of a home. I'm even going to put this tie with that because I feel like it's this feeling of, you know, like, I'll be there for you. I'll work hard in this family. I'll be respectable. You know, like from the outside world, it probably looked pretty good. And here's a diamond ring. Some of you could be talking about marriage. Some of you could be engaged. You could be living together. You could have had plans of a future family. And it almost feels like all my hopes and dreams were just like, you know, taken away from me. And from the outside world, everything looked really, really good. Everything looked like it was this whole big package. So I feel like I was just sideswiped. It says, follow your heart. And I have a Cinderella slipper. And I'm going to go more with you gave your heart to this person, that you did give this person unconditional love. You did give this person trust. And you maybe had no clue what was going on. And you say to yourself, how could I not know? How could I not see? How could I not know there was a third party? How could I not know they had feelings for somebody else? Or that there's this, I keep calling it the dirty little secret behind the scenes, because they're a good liar. Okay, it's not you. It's because they lied to you. They could look at you in their face and lie to you, and you had no idea. So it's not that it wasn't your Spirit just said it wasn't your responsibility to know. It was their responsibility to not keep things from you. So you have this, you know, don't look at it as I should have known. You know, it's like the con artist who cons people, and people go, how did I get conned? Because they're a con artist. That's their job and they're good at it. I have a dragon, fire-breathing dragon. I'm going to say heated debate, that when we do talk, we have a hard time. And I'm going to put the snowflake with that because I feel like we needed this time to cool off. Okay. That when I hear this person's voice or we start to talk, I just get so upset that I need to cool off. I need to cool down. Otherwise, I'm spewing fire, you know, and maybe you're saying things that you don't want to say, or they're saying things they don't want to say. I have a Tin Man, and I'm going to say that I literally said to this person, where is your heart? Who is your heart? Where is your heart? Is your heart with me or is your heart with them? Okay, because I'm not going to live like this. I'm not going to live with you taking your time because you have feelings for two people. I'm not going to do this. So where is your heart? I feel like it was, I'm not a big ultimatum person, but it could have been, I just need to know. Here's my owl. I'm going to put that with that. I need to know. I need you to make a choice. I need the wisdom of knowledge. And spirit always gives us the answer. So just remember that, like the truth always comes out. So I do feel that. Now, I have this guitar, but it came into me as being serenaded, like somebody playing a song underneath your window. And it was almost a little feeling of like a little mini violin, you know, when somebody comes and says they're sorry and they say, yeah, you know, this little violin is playing. Part of me says, okay, I get it. You're trying. And the other part of me just wants to keep saying F you, like the letters earlier, you know, so you might not be in a place where you're ready to even accept this person's actions. Maybe we haven't had enough space and time for that. So if you're still feeling that hurt, then you need more time so that you can see clearly. I do have a bottle of champagne. I do have a sense of remembrance, celebration, good times. I want to celebrate the good times again. Could be just a reminiscing. I miss the good times. It could be wishful thinking of a reconciliation, that this person's going to come back. We're going to have a bottle of champagne. We're going to celebrate we're back together again. And that might happen to some of you. But right now I'm feeling that I can't even talk to you yet, is what is coming into me. I'm not ready to talk to you. Even if this person is realizing their mistakes, karma has bit them in the butt, that doesn't even make you happy. Like that's not even making you happy. So it's a feeling of, I need to be in peace with myself first, and then I'll deal with you. And I think that's great. Take care of yourself. Take care of your healing. Figure out what it is that you want. See if this is worth repairing, because maybe it's not. Maybe you say, I'm not doing this anymore. Maybe it is. Let's see what some of the final messages are. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you need me to know for my no contacts today? Definitely, of course, take care of yourself first. I mean, that is crystal clear. I have a 7 of Swords. They were a good liar, and remember that. There's nothing you could have done differently. You couldn't have made them happy if they were lying to you. Knight of Pentacles. I have an Empress. I have a Hierophant. You deserved more. You have a lot of time and energy into this connection, and you deserved more respect. And I think that that's what's hurting you the most, is it's not the action that they were with somebody, it's that they disrespected you by being with somebody. So it's like, you can handle that they actually slept with somebody. It's gross, but that's not what upset you. It's that you looked me in the face and you lied to me. You disrespected me. You didn't have the courage to tell me you weren't happy. You were selfish, whatever the reasons are. So, but this beautiful Empress is you saying, I deserve more. I have a Hanged Man. So that definitely weighed on this. Like, I wouldn't go running back into this person's arms just yet. I have an 8 of Swords. And I also wouldn't, I have a World. I wouldn't go running back into their arms. And I wouldn't let them continue to hold me hostage emotionally in hopes that they come back and we have this perfect new beginning. I feel like there's a lot more to talk about than that. I think there's a lot more explaining to do than we just kiss and make up. Like, that's not going to cut it this time. I feel like if this was a recurring event, or this is really the last straw, then I want you to step out of this Eight of Swords and don't let anybody hold you back from moving on. Doesn't mean you might not be with this person someday, but in the meantime, go out with your friends, meet new people, go on a date. Doesn't mean you're sleeping with them. Doesn't mean that you're not in love with that person still and they're still an option. But it doesn't mean that you sit at home and just wait for the phone to ring either. You owe it to yourself, Spirit just said, to see what the new cycle and to see what the new journey is for you. He may or she may be part of your new journey. We try again. We start again. But the one thing that's for sure is that you're taking yourself with you wherever you go, with or without this person. Seven of Wands at the bottom of my deck, Three of Wands, and a Fool. Okay, so you're taking yourself. And if the journey is, I'm starting over, I'm starting over. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm going to think about my future self. I'm going to think about my higher self. I'm going to put myself first. And I'm not going to let somebody try to convince me that I was wrong. And that's why this all happened. So I feel like you're standing your ground. You're strong. You're determined. And it is a little bit of a wake-up call to loving yourself first. Also, sometimes we're so like mixed feelings through these things that we lose sight of, why am I allowing this to happen to me? You know, is love that blind? A little bit of a wake-up call to saying, you know, Kathy, wake up. Like, put yourself first for once. Don't worry about what they're thinking and feeling. Just think about what you're thinking and feeling just for today. Everything else will work the way it's supposed to. Let's get some loving messages. These are always the hardest readings because there's so much emotion on every front around no contact energy. And there's a history in no contact. We've been through a lot. Spirit's saying we've been through the war and back. And it's just hard to walk away from that. It is. It's hard to not think about it. It's hard to not have it pop into your head. It's hard to not obsess over it. Let's see what the feelings are. We've come a long way. Why give up now? Yeah, we have a history together. So I'm not saying give up. I'm saying take care of yourself first. You're not ready to jump back into this connection. At least that's what I'm feeling intuitively in this reading for whoever's needed to hear this message today. I don't care if they're begging you. I don't care if they're knocking at your door. I want to see you. I don't feel like emotionally you're ready. Take care of yourself first. It took me a while to see you were right. My ego was in the way. Let them sit with their ego for a little while. Let them sit and be alone. Let them sit and be in that karmic energy where they feel like they're in the dark, not knowing what's going on in your life. Spirit, please share with me. I'm upset with you right now. You're not letting me back in. You're not taking my calls. You're not reaching out to me and begging me because you took your power back. I want to make up. Just because they decide that that's what they want doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have to decide that's what you want. And sometimes the further we get away from a situation where we have that immediate feeling of, I just want back what I had, it becomes more clear to us that this was more toxic than I thought it was, or this was so unhealthy and I didn't even realize it, or there's got to be something better for me. So sometimes the further that we get away from someone, the clearer it becomes. Now, if you get further away and you calm down, you're not spewing fire anymore, then, and you're clearly wanting to be with this person, or at least try, and this person's saying, I want to make up, I want to figure this out, that's going to be up to you again. I've been hurt badly in the past. Okay, so they're going to throw the victim card into the mix. You know, the reason why I behave this way is because I don't know my feelings. I got hurt in the past. I was afraid you were going to hurt me. You know, just all the victim cards. You know, be careful to not fall for the victim. I'm scared to contact you. They either contact you or they don't. If they don't contact you, then you're not contacting them because you don't chase. We're not playing tug of war anymore. You're going to drop the rope, and the rope is going to fall, and they're going to pull real hard, and they're going to land on their butt because you're not going to be on the other end of the rope. You're no longer struggling with them. You've let go. And as soon as they feel like you've let go of that rope and they don't have that string attached to you emotionally, that's when they really start to freak out. Give me a few more weeks. That could be you. That could be them. Maybe you just need more time. You were right this whole time. Maybe you caught them at their game. Maybe you called them out on it. Maybe you said, I know exactly what you've been doing and why. And I don't want any part in it. I deserve more. I deserve more respect. What's the bottom of my deck? Give me a few more days. I wish I could release all the bad. Yeah, that would be nice. Actions have consequences. You want to be with somebody who you don't find yourself in this situation, that you don't have to worry about these types of situations, that you trust. You have a lot to think about. And it's not, like I said, I wish it was easy. We don't just stop loving somebody. But the one thing I do know is that we love ourselves first. And that sometimes is what you have to just take a step back and say, you know, am I loving myself right now in this situation? Or am I giving in because I just want it so badly? Or I just miss being with them, or I just miss being with somebody. I don't want to be alone. So take that moment right now from this reading and just say, I'm going to just focus on me for a little while till the answers come. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. And I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it. It's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Check out my other two websites. My other two YouTube channels. My main channel, of course, with my love readings, and my pick a card channel. And I'll put those links in the comments. You can check those out. Hang in there. It's a long journey. These no contact situations are very, very difficult, but that's why we call upon our spirit guides, and that's why we get some messages so that we have things to think about. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.